Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about game 2 of 3 against the Cincinnati Reds, game number 133. And Dodger took the first 2 against Cincinnati. Make that 3 wins in a row. How about that? 3 wins in a row. Team's starting to get hot. Team's finally starting to get hot again after being not really great for a while. The offense showed up again. They scored. They had 10 hits for 6 runs. Another great game by the offense. The only concern is Alex Cobb suffered an apparent injury. Hopefully he's okay. But Cincinnati's the only team that's not been swept this year, so Dodgers can finally break that mark. Cincinnati, believe it or not, is the only team that ain't been swept this year. But yeah, the offense showed up once again. That is 3 straight games where the offense has showed up. Final game San Diego, first 2 here. Double-digit hit game with 6 runs. Clayton Kershaw continues to shove. He gave up that 1 run in the first inning, and that was it. Dominant. He continues to shove. And they're actually going for a sweep tomorrow. And also the good news was the Phillies lost, so they trailed by half a game for the number 2 seed. Unfortunately, the Padres won, which I'll recap after this. Unfortunately, the Padres won, so the NL West lead remains 1 game. Technically 2 if you include the tiebreaker. Or 1.5, 2, something like that. But the Dodgers have actually scored 689 runs this year. That's the most by any team. Very shocking considering their offense has failed. It's not that good for months like I expect it to. But I feel like they're starting to heat up now. Last 3 games, the team as a whole, the whole team, they've been putting together great at-bats. They've actually been able to score. And the starting pitching's been going like 5, 6, 7 innings. I think Kershaw could have went 6 innings. They took him out after 5 innings. I don't know what, and Alex Call got hurt. I really don't know what happened. There was no replay that showed what exactly happened, but he was definitely struggling to run home. I don't know. Maybe it was hamstring. I hope not, because that's gonna get Conforto more playing time, and I don't want to see that. If you're gonna call up somebody, just call Kim back up. He can play in Alex Call's place. He can play over Conforto. But the Dodgers have actually scored now 6+ runs in 3 consecutive games, which is very good to see. And the Reds though, they some key spots in this game. No Levy Marte. Yeah, they took Kershaw on the 5th. I thought that was too early. Well, into the top of the 6th. And they had 1st and 2nd, no outs. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But for some reason, their hottest hitter, for some reason, is bunting. He bunts it, gets caught, and the runner gets thrown out at 2nd. And no Levy Marte. I mean, Miguel Rojas pinch hitting, he still crushed it. It's a hard play, but it's a hard play because he crushed it. The ball's going right at him, but he definitely made it harder, twisting and turning. But that ball was still crushed. But he made it even harder on himself. That's actually his first game in center field, believe it or not. Which, well, you can tell if you actually watched. I don't even know why. Why is he playing center field again? Isn't Levy Marte an infielder? Why is he playing center field? But anyways, yeah, Miguel Rojas had that 2-run double. It was still hit hard. But the Reds they had one of their hottest hitters bunt on 1st and 2nd. I don't hate bunts. What you hate are wasted outs. If you're a Reds fan, it was just a waste opportunity. I mean, Terry Francona's too good of a manager. I just can't believe. I just don't believe he called for that. But that was a great play to throw to second base after that. Will Smith homered, which was good to see because he'd really been on the struggle bus. Because he hadn't really struggled this whole season. But good to see him hit a home run tonight. And he walked, so I got on base, and hit a solo homer. Oh, that gets him back going. But let's talk about Clayton Kershaw. Another great outing from Clayton. I mean, what more can I say? 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 6 strikeouts, 12 whiffs. He can give up a run in the first inning, then he'll settle in. Shit happens sometimes. But yeah, 6 strikeouts. If he went to this, I was hoping he would have pitched 6 innings. He was only at 72 pitches, but they probably don't want to wear him down too much. So, in the end, it was kind of understandable. I just wanted to see if he could go another inning, but his ERA at 3.06, still one of the GOATs, man. I mean, I don't know if I would have taken him out there, but I will say, if he kept him in, he blew the lead, you would be bitching. So, and if the bullpen blows up, people will be bitching. So it really doesn't matter what you do. But I just don't know if you take out a pitcher who's through 5 innings with 72 pitches. But if he had a blow up inning, people would be criticizing him. But the bullpen showed up after they got that double play on the failed bunt. But it's kind of crazy how Kershaw has the 3rd best ERA out of our starters. Only Snell and Yamamoto are better. It just blows my mind. I'm happy he's having success again. I was at the point that I hoped he'd retire because I didn't want to see him just hang on too long and just get shelled. But man, I want him to get that sub 3 ERA. I want to get it below 3. But yeah, fantastic outing. He finishes August with a 1.88 ERA. He has a 2.67. 2.67 over his last 16 starts. Year 18, and he's still one of the best in the sport. He's just straight shoving this year. I mean, 18 years. And people are like, oh, there's little chance he starts in the postseason. Maybe or maybe a little bit ago, maybe I would agree, but he might, at worst, they're 3-starter. Because I don't know if I can trust Glass now, if he'll even stay healthy. But he loses his command too often in some of his starts. And Kershaw, year 18, still one of the best. I mean, especially when you compare him to how Verlander, like guys like Verlander and Scherzer have been. To be fair, yeah, they're a few years older, but all the veterans. This could be his last year, so I'm just taking every start. I think any start could be his last. But I never want him to retire, but obviously he's going to at some point. And actually got run support. So yeah, great game from him tonight. And that is the 3rd lowest ERA by a National League starter this month, and the most wins. Won all of his starts and an under 2 ERA. Fantastic outing. So, good win to secure the series. 3 wins in a row. Kershaw great, going 5-1, strikes out 6. Offense, like I said, once again putting up 6. Smith with a homer, Rojas and Shohei with RBI hits, Rojas with a double, Ohtani with a single. The bullpen did their job outside that 2-run homer given up by Casparius. He just found it all of a sudden, struck out the next 3 hitters. So besides that, Dodger pen never struggled. So Ohtani on the mound tomorrow, going for the sweep. His last 2 starts haven't been great. So hopefully tomorrow, hopefully it goes a lot better than his last 2 starts as they go for the sweep. And Tanner Scott got the save. Pitched a clean 9th inning. These are results pending, but they definitely did something to his slider, because that movement on his slider is insane. Like, the movement on that slider is insane. And he can pitch a scoreless 9th. They definitely did something to it. And only 1 walk issued by the pitching tonight. Kershaw didn't issue any. Alright, so let's go over the stat sheet. Here, the Dodgers win 6-3. They improved to 76 and 57. They had 10 hits for 6 runs. 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 4 in the 6th. Like I said, Kershaw was great, so let's go over the bullpen. Edgardo Henriquez, 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Gave up those 2 hits, but then got that double play and then a weak flyout. Kasparius, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Gave up that walk and then a 2-run homer. I mean, that was a pitch out of the zone, but it was hit for a homer. After that, he struck out the next 3 face, so good bounce back. Trinan, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So stuff looked much better than his first couple of outings off the IL. His stuff looks a lot better now. He struck out 2. Tanner Scott with the save. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. For the offense, Ohtani 1 for 4, a walk and an RBI. Mookie Betts 0 for 2, 2 walks and a run scored. Freeman 1 for 4. Smith 1 for 3, a walk and RBI with a solo homer. Teo 1 for 4. Pages 2 for 4. Conforto 1 for 2. Alex Call 0 for 1 and a run scored. Justin Dean replaced him after he went out with injury, 0 for 1. Kike Hernandez is back. Or whatever the fuck his walk-up song is, I can't fucking sing it. 2 for 3 in RBI, had a sac fly, 2 singles. Great game from Kike in his first game back from the injured list. Freeland 0 for 2 and pinch hitting. Miguel Rojas 1 for 2 and 2 RBIs for the 2-run double. Believe it or not, with the Cincinnati Reds, they actually led this game. 1-0 in the first inning, and that's the only lead they had. They had 7 hits, though, 3 runs. Wow, 3 runs. And 1 error, which led to the Dodgers' first run. Freddie had that, well, I guess it's a fielding error. He hit the ball, but the run scored because of the error. I think it still counts as a double, obviously, for Freddie, but the run scored because of the error. But, yeah, Reds 1 in the first and 2 in the 7th. They dropped to 68 and 65, and things are not looking good. They are not looking good for the wild card. 7 hits, 3 runs, 1 error. 68-65. Nick Martinez, 5.1 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Went like 100-something pitches, like 102. He gives up 4 runs, so Dodgers actually able to hit and score some runs off Nick Martinez for once. Suter, 0.1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, no strikeouts, and Zach Maxwell, Big Sugar. Yes, that's his name. Nickname. 1.1 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Connor Phillips, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for the Red offense. Spencer Steer, 2 for 4. Marte, 1 for 4. De La Cruz, 1 for 4. And Duhart, 0 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Hayes, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs with a 2-run homer. Trevino, 0 for 2. Gavin Lux, pinch hitting, 0 for 1. Banfield, who? 0 for 1. Ke'Bryan Hayes, 0 for 3, the worst hitter in the National League. Espinal, 0 for 2. Pinch hitter, Benson, 0 for 1. And McLean, 1 for 3. Let's go over your scoring summary. Top of the first, Andujar grounds out. Scored a run. Bottom of the first on the left fielder, Austin Hayes throwing error. Betts scores. Bottom of the fourth, Kike sac fly. Bottom of the sixth, Smith double. Smith homer. Rojas double. Ohtani single. 6-1. Austin Hayes with a 2-run homer in the top of the 7th to make your final score. 6-3. The Dodgers have took 2 of the first 3 here at home against Cincinnati. So tomorrow they'll go for the sweep. Game's a little bit earlier. Instead of 10:10, I believe it's 8. It's about an hour or so earlier, 8:40 Eastern. It'll be Shohei Ohtani against Nick Lodolo. So facing a pretty good pitcher there, Nick Lodolo. Before they play Arizona, before they have a day off, and then play the D-backs for the weekend before they go back on the road. But yeah, that's all to say here tonight. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, act like peace, and we'll see if the Dodgers get the sweep with Shohei Ohtani on the mound tomorrow.